You guys have asked for it, so here we are. We're bringing it to YouTube. We've been doing it on Instagram with the hot takes. It's gonna be a good time. This one is dedicated to Chaos in Comics, who has so wonderfully encouraged us to go down this path. Now, Kraven the Hunter. You guys have all seen the news the last 24 hours. Kraven the Hunter is turning into Kraven the Protector, Kraven the animal preserver, somebody who loves animals, and he's gonna, protect them, and he's gonna be an animal warrior protector. It's gonna be, this is what he's gonna be. Come on, we know that's not Kraven the Hunter. I don't know what Sony is doing with Kraven, or what they've decided to do with Morbius or Venom, but it's not working. Clearly it's not working. Morbius, come on guys. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the core character of Kraven the Hunter and you're gonna remove that. We're talking about the dude that literally is wearing a lion on his back with a face split in half, okay? The very first time we're introduced to Kraven the Hunter, in his very first issue, that's what you get. An entire gallery, an entire trophy room full of dead animals. The entire thing Kraven the Hunter does is to find and hunt and kill with his bare hands, mind you, just his bare hands, the most difficult game he can possibly find, i.e. Spider-Man comes into it, and that's kind of his whole introduction of Kraven the Hunter. He's a villain, as evil as it gets, just destroying and ripping and crushing animal skulls and doing all of these terrible things. But now he's heard of Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is the ultimate game hunt for him. So much so that in Kraven's Last Hunt, that's what it is all about. And he kind of loses the will to live and shoots himself in the head, okay? So we're talking about that character. Now we're gonna turn him into an animal activist, so to speak. And there's nothing wrong with animal activism, let me be clear about that. There is something wrong when you take a highly regarded Spider-Man character, Spider-Man villain, and you turn him into,
oh yeah, the bitch.
I'm not gonna say the word, but you might know what I'm thinking. And that's the issue. And I've seen several different things. So one of which being the Ultimate Spider-Man portrayal of Kraven the Hunter. He was based on a more Steven Irwin type character, which is fine, that's great, but that's the Ultimate Universe. That's not the standard portrayal of Kraven the Hunter that everybody loved. I've seen people go, well, what's wrong with this? Hunters normally love animals, they protect animals. Why is that an issue that all of a sudden we're gonna do that in this? Because that is not Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter is not a, let me just go out with my gun and go game hunting and do it for animal preservation. No, it is, hey, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna kill it with my bare hands. And that's the issue. And we see this all throughout the comics, right? And all the way up until Kraven's Last Hunt, when he shoots himself, then his kids take over, and that gets pretty terrible if I'm honest. The wife, the kids, the sons, that's pretty god-awful for the most part. Until just recently in 620-ish or so, throughout the storyline of the Gauntlet, Kraven the Hunter is brought back. And he's just as brutal and villainous as ever. So why are you taking your villains, turning them into anti-heroes? Venom, maybe that makes sense, because Venom kind of started off as just wanting to protect the innocents. Great, that makes sense. But they still really leaned really hard into the anti-hero, and you really didn't get a lot of that vicious Venom that you really get in comics. Morbius, I'm not even gonna talk about that, because clearly that just, not good, not good. And now you're taking Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter, one of the OG Sinister Six characters. And you're throwing him down the poop chute, making him look like it's terrible, guys, but let me know what you think, because every example I've read in the comics, I've read all of Amazing Spider-Man up until 638 at this point, okay, that's where I'm at, including a ton of tie-ins and spin-offs and things like that, and the entire Ultimate Spider-Man run. So I am, about 800-900 issues in Spider-Man at this point, and I've never seen Kraven the Hunter go, yes, let me protect all of the animals, because that is my calling. It is not killing them with my bare hands and wearing them and turning them into my game trophies. And I know people are saying, I've heard the comment, hey, 2022, we can't make movies like that. Bullshit, why not? Why not? You want a villain? You want a good villain? Use Kraven the Hunter. Make him the most brutal, grotesque, just villainous character you could possibly do. Ripping and crushing skulls. I mean, wearing a bloody lion suit with the head split in half that he just killed. That would be insane. And then you tie it into the Sinister Six and you have a Sony version of Spider-Man or you know, because it doesn't sound like this current actor is going to continue. Tom seems like he's, you know, one and done, you know, or one more and done. So I think there's a good opportunity, and then you're going to turn him into an animal activist, which he is not. Guys, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this out. And as always, collect your way.